It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Bills and the Patriots coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And I saw that he had an interesting in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. To the air, May. Hunter Henry brings it in. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll throw with May. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he's going to have a Bills 1st down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line. The Bills at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down, here's the run with Cook. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Milton Williams there on the tackle. 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now 3rd down and very long. From the gun, it's May. That's complete. Demario Douglas with it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Looking to throw. May. He finds Douglas, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 32-yard line.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing here is May. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down is May. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
Here's Bryce Behringer now. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Coleman, the man in motion right. Allen going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Coleman. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Allen to throw it. That escapes the sack.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
On the return is Jones.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Patriots take over.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
From the shotgun, it's May.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Ed Oliver, that time the one to get in there and bring him down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, it's Stevenson.
And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line.
Well, this defense for the Bills, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points...
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal.
From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills.
And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to...
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Loose inside the 30.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field.
Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will, 1st and 10. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's May.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Drake May.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And here come the Bills.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Has his man, it's Shakir. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A big play here for Buffalo. 51 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Allen.
This taken in by Kincaid.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Allen now looks to throw, and Cook has it left side, and he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Allen to throw once more.
He's into the secondary,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Khalil Shakir,
his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Bills are back within a score.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So here are the Patriots to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down.
Breaks the tackle, now Allen.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 55 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. To throw, it's May. Setting up a screen for Stevenson.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Good call there on 1st down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
To the right side, this is Stevenson.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Drake May
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Patriots are able to widen their advantage.
Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Motion man is Shakir.
To the air, Allen. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line.
The Patriots offense and Ramondre Stevenson getting set for this next drive. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
From the shotgun, May with it. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Again, it's Cook. And he coughed it up.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Possession back to the Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson headed out with the offense.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
They'll run for it. It's Stevenson.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing to start the drive. Allen over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Allen. He's able to get it to Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Now Allen.
To the right side here, caught by Kincaid.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
This now a 3rd and 4.
To throw, it's Allen. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And the slot man goes in motion left. Again, they'll throw with Allen.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Throwing now is Allen. And this is Cook with a grab. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Allen.
Completes to Shakir once again.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll roll him out right. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
Ball start, offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the second quarter. Tutu Atwell, a touchdown reception. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And they were losers in that ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels, sharp in the victory as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Xavier Worthy leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Milton Williams drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. Here's Jones. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
To the air, May.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Ed Oliver picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the 2nd half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Dancing away at the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From the 36, Allen. This is Coleman with the ground.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
In motion, the tight end. Now Cook running right.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And